You should. Okay, good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night.
How are you all? How are you all?
Welcome back.
Yeah, hope you all had a good weekend. Not much golf, I wouldn't imagine, played over the weekend. Bit chilly
Cold.
up here.
Yeah, I didn't play.
Bit chilly.
Didn't even think about playing.
Weather's a bit confused. It's snowing it was snowing last night. It's frost and ice out there today. Later on in the week, it's going to be
Yeah, it's supposed to be like
18
Celsius.
to 18 Celsius. So
It's like 70 Fahrenheit.
phenomenal.
75? Yeah,
Phenomenal.
We can't complain about
Yeah,
that.
so a bunch of our friends I see mention them that obviously the UK, parts of the UK, England specifically, going back into lockdown,
I
and
saw that.
yeah, that's seems like it's imminent for lots of different territories. So our thoughts are with everyone who is in that situation. I hope you're all doing okay and
Stay sane in there.
stay sane. Yeah, stay sane, stay
All
safe,
you can
and fingers crossed we can get back out.
That'd be nice, eh? That'd be nice to get on a plane.
It's saying that for a while, it seems, doesn't it?
I really would like to.
Yeah.
I really would like to.
Yep. But
Little recap on what we have going today. We are going to be putting out a TSI video or two for Fairway Woods.
TSI 2 and 3 has already been done.
It's been done, so
Yep.
it was done last week. There was a technical
hitch.
difficulty, which almost made me want to never film again, but it's now over, and it worked this time. So we have that. We have a little comparison with Sim Fairway Wood coming up, Sim TI.
Yeah.
We've got the new Cobra MIM irons.
Full set of, thanks to Cobra.
Thank you,
thanks
Cobra, for that.
to Cobra for sending those. We love the full sets.
That's a great 3 to pitching wedge,
nice,
that is.
yeah,
So,
nice addition.
And last but not least, we will probably be doing the old G-Box, George Gankus G-Box today.
Yeah, we started off our little best of series when it comes to training aids. My mind's even going to this even more right now, obviously, because people are going to be back in the house doing their indoor reps and things like that. If that's the way the winter goes.
You're right, that is more relevant.
So want to make sure you guys are making good use of practice time. And we had a little swing with the G-Box earlier on, and I think it's a sneaky useful tool.
Looks like it's going to be pretty. I'm curious when you actually start hitting a couple balls with it, what that does. Is it going to be a little bit of a smart ball effect in the connection, or is there more to it than we can see? But that might be, to me, if it does something similar to smart ball, but in a different fashion, I guess. You're avoiding versus squeezing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty curious.
Absolutely.
We will be doing that today.
Yep. What else do we have? We have our little Skytrack.
That's
with
right.
us.
So Paul, viewer, Paul, your last name escapes me, I apologize, Paul, but sent us Skytrack.
Yeah, amazing.
So we're going to make sure, the only reason we're not guaranteeing it's being done today is because I want to make sure it gets set up properly. So if we have time and it gets set up properly, you will see that this week. Worst case, we'll do it next week. We're just concerned that at times, technical difficulties can destroy a day.
They can.
So we figured, let's do it at the end of the day. Worst case, if it's not working, we can do it another day.
Yeah, because we want to hitch it up to our technology so that we can project the ball flights and screens, and so you guys can see what we normally see from Foresight. So obviously very important to kind of show it in its best light. So I don't even know if it's capable of that. This is literally the first time I've ever seen a Skytrack.
I know, me too. I've never seen one. I have seen one in person once, but I didn't use it.
Is it smaller than that? Is that a little protective box?
Yeah, the unit is actually, well, you know what, let's bring it over here. This is a leveling unit. I think it looks kind of like what TrackMan had or has. So I don't know, I couldn't tell you if this comes with it or not, but our pal Paul could tell you. So the unit is that here, and this is a metal frame. Protects you from dinging the sensor, I'm sure destroying it, but these little legs, and there's a bubble level on top.
Yep, little level.
So I think it'd probably make it easier to set up. Skytrack. Handheld for your pleasure. Yeah. Fits in your pocket.
What does it cost?
I don't know for sure, but I think it's around $4-ish grand Canadian.
Oh, really?
So
still $4,000?
Yeah, I think it's 3-ish US. Someone will correct me. I think it's around 3-ish US.
Okay.
So, I mean, yes. Is it cheap? No, but it's cheaper. What's all the chatter about? Got some new members in.
Some new members.
Will, welcome, Will. Hello.
Yeah, some different stuff.
And another one.
The gentleman saying 2K.
$2 grand US. So I was wrong. So just under, I think by the time you pay tax, duty, and our nonsense imports, it's like $3 grand.
Have you noticed how many people are messaging, asking about, well, I know you have noticed, but isn't it interesting to see how many people are interested in saying that they're opening an indoor golf facility? Seems to be the thing to do right now.
It appears to be like...
We were ahead of the wave.
You know what it feels like? You really were. It feels like, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago, I'm opening a restaurant. I'm opening a restaurant. It's like everyone's opening a restaurant.
Everyone's opening an indoor golf facility.
Good luck. It's not as easy as you may think it is.
I've always said that, guys. I said, you know what? Shafts in the wall, the technology in the ground, fancy this and that. It's all things you can buy, but don't be fooled that everyone in a street corner can sell you what, you know, or can give you the information that you know, some places can. Because
you can buy a nice stove and an oven, doesn't mean you can cook.
That's right. Doesn't mean you Mario what's his name? Batelli?
Mario Batali.
Yeah, doesn't make
the guy who owns Italy.
Yeah,
that's what you're thinking.
Oh, is that in?
I think
really?
Mario owns Italy. It's
never been there. I hear it's amazing.
Italy in Toronto.
No, never been.
You and Trace have to go. Yeah. I'm sure they even have vegan stuff, dude. You would. Well, something for the poor girl.
I know.
She's walking around. There's pasta. And does she eat gluten? No, of course she wouldn't. She wouldn't eat gluten.
She eats dairy when it suits her. That's vegan.
She's not watching this. No, you guys would love it. There's like
give her a chocolate bar.
Pasta,
she's like,
wine.
oh, I'm vegan, only non-chocolate, non-cheese.
Good for her. She's reducing consumption.
Yeah, she is. She really is.
Okay. Well, we are here for a Q&A, as we always are.
We are.
Oh, James. Hello, James. Welcome.
Hey, James Morris.
Mentioned it in the text, but just so you guys know, as we've continued to find that the freedom of the no super chat is really quite nice.
How is that going for you guys?
Yeah, I think hopefully you guys are enjoying it.
Are any of you pissed off that you can't get a question definitely answered? Because that's the nature of it.
That's fair enough.
You may not get a question answered, but when we used to always get super chat, does that piss you off? Or, you know, we honestly don't really care. Either way, you know, whether it's chats in, chats off, we're trying it chats off to see if you guys prefer like Malty says, the freedom of that. Let us know what you think. Like we always say, it's up to you guys.
We are very flexible.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to all of a sudden be like, go back to last week's.
Definitely.
I don't think that's going to happen, but we're open to it.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, Laddie,
let's do it.
I will go back a bit, and we're just going to grab questions that suit our eye.
Oh, Blake, you went and done it. You went and done it, didn't you?
Oh, Blake, you're a beauty. The answer is no. The answer is no. But I'm answering yours, so I guess the answer temporarily was yes. That's funny. Yeah, if there was a way to like limit it to 10 or something, YouTube's going to clean that up. For now, though, it just gives us the flexibility just to be like, not today.
Yeah, little question coming in there on the length of a 16.5 degree fairwood versus a 15 degree fairwood. Really comes down to the head weight.
Hey.
So the shorter length shaft is obviously what you would go with if you had a heavier head. So just depends.
Makes sense.
Just depends.
All right. Yes, Ian's supplement drink is a workout supplement, basically, but you can take it in smaller doses for just energy. It's Jym, J-Y-M.
It's got a bunch of different things in it. It's
BCAAs and such.
Yeah, it's got some creatine. It's got some what does it have?
Definitely has the amino acid mix in there.
Amino acid mix, yeah, obviously some caffeine.
There's a lot of caffeine.
Yeah. It's not one of the higher caffeine ones. It doesn't kind of give me any kind of sense like
people
some
forget
of the old school caffeine ones.
A grande Starbucks, I'm pretty sure has similar caffeine. Like the blonde roast of Starbucks have pretty similar caffeine to a serving of that.
Yeah.
Now, if you have 8 servings, I can't help you.
Yeah. But Dave Fogel is saying Jym is way overpriced. So there's a place I get it where you basically buy one get one free.
Yeah.
So it's not overpriced.
That doesn't make it. No, it's more expensive than most, but
I pay $30 Canadian for it.
Yes, that's a good deal. I pay $50. So
yeah.
You told me that, Popeyes. I got to buy my next batch from there. I haven't bought any in a while.
Yeah, that is good.
All right, let's take this from you. Justin. Justin has a slight draw with irons onto target, misses a pull or a hook. Driver is inconsistent with a push and a slice. Okay, let's dissect this.
I literally thought you were going to start with Justin has his top off. I literally thought that's what you were going to start that with.
He has a what?
Has his top off.
Has his top off.
Has his top off.
He has a photo of himself topless.
I have a slight draw with the irons onto the target. But the driver is
in doubt swing path, I would say, is happening. What does that look like to you? Hook and a pull
hook.
It's interesting, eh?
I mean, it depends really, Justin, what's causing it. Is it a face-to-path issue? Is it a strike issue? Just really depends what that is. So really, honestly, there's many different ways. Is your angle of attack too much down? It's making the path move too much from in to out, as well as the in to out path. So that's your swing direction. We could obviously.
The answer, Justin, is many things.
Many things.
I would hop on a machine like a quad or a TrackMan and take the numbers to your local pro.
Yep.
Help you. Quick one, then I'm going to go to you from James. James is asking if the PXG Proto driver, which you tested, is as stable as the G410 LST. Thanks for your hard work. Thank you, James.
It's funny, James. Did you ask Johnny Wonder that question on Friday night? Because someone asked that exact same question to Johnny's Instagram Friday night.
He maybe did.
It was it was literally the only reason I asked, because it's exactly what that was. What the question was asked to Johnny, and the answer is a resounding no. It's not even close.
No.
It's not even close.
Yeah, I agree.
It's an okay driver. That PXG. I don't think it would be in my top 5 or 6.
That's fair. It's up
companies, and then even within their models, I don't even know if it would make. If we broke it down to models, I don't know if it would make the top 10 or 12.
Yeah, because the previous model you said was not that far off. It was a little faster, but okay, enough.
Hi.
To you, lad.
What is the difference between MIM and regular casting? Are they the same thing, just rebranded, or materially different? Very different. Very different. It is a significantly softer material powder, I believe.
Yeah, it's based on a powder initially, and then it's heated up and injected into a mold.
Yeah.
Metal dust.
Yes, exactly. We were hitting some this morning with it, and it is very, very soft. Depending on your golf ball choice, though, it can really change whether it's really soft or just soft.
Yes.
The golf ball will dictate that.
Agree. Yeah, you hit a few with Strixon XV, and I thought they sounded pretty good, but not the softest. And then you switched to a Bridgestone XS, and I was like, oh, what was that?
Yeah.
That sounded very
marshmallowy.
Yeah.
See, Guido is trying to become a member. How? Matty boy, how does he become a member?
I will help you, my friend. So one thing, if you're on your phone right now, you may not see the join button below the screen. If you are on a laptop or a desktop, it literally sits right below my finger here. So if you're on your phone, just watch the stream, enjoy it, but join after. You just have to go on your computer. Don't ask me why. YouTube hasn't put a mobile button on their app for join. You can ask them why.
An interesting one for you here from Raul is, do you think CBD oil would help improve your golf game?
I'll tell you, Raul. I'll tell you soon. It's helping my neck. So I was saying to Ian, I've tried the oil many times. I just have a hard time feeling like it actually gets into my bloodstream through the oral way, like the drops. I know it's very specific, your saliva amount, you have to get it under your tongue the right way. So I kind of gave up on that because I wasn't feeling it. I've taken it many times. I recently got the gummy version, which you literally just eat a little piece of, and it has 10 milligrams or 20, whatever you feel like taking. And I've been taking that for about a week, a couple times a day, just to feel it. And my neck is feeling a lot better. I've also been resting though, so I would say TBD. Yeah. I would say it doesn't look
TBD
doesn't look like
CBD.
it's a scam. Yeah, it's not a scam. I can tell you it does something.
No, it's like it's like they say, it's like medicine was. It's plant medicine.
Just people. Unfortunately, what happens is medicines are being developed for tons of different things, and unfortunately, at the very high end of it, it gets abused. That's true of many medications. Can be true of medications for all kinds of mental health problems. But I think in this form, I'm pretty optimistic. I'm gonna get you some too. TBD on CBD, as the man said.
Yep. Do we think, Ryan's asking, do we think there'll be a delay in 2021 drivers due to COVID? I mean, you would be a poor man if you were a betting man over this course of this year, knowing, or trying to guess on these types of things. So who knows? I think there's a lot of product coming our way.
Yeah, there really is, isn't there?
I think COVID and the off season are going to force the same thing as all to stay indoors. So is it going to be that different anyway? Probably not. No. You and I are going to continue to do what we do in the, the northern states and provinces, and that sort of thing. We'll kind of not be able to golf anyway. So.
I agree. There's no real difference to our off season. So no, I expect to be busy through January and stuff. We got tons of releases right now. So.
Do you know of any good indoor golf facilities in Ontario? Sean's asking.
There's lots.
In Ontario, there's I'm sure there's a bunch. I mean, you could, if practice-wise, I mean, there's so many. There's literally so many. And do you know what I'd actually do? I'd probably go onto the technology suppliers. Go
idea.
to TrackMan, Foresight, Full Swing, HD Golf, and they'll give you a look at all of them. I mean, there's too many to even mention, but there's a ton.
Tons. You just have to make sure that it's a place that is mostly for practice. Like here is mostly for fitting. So just.
Dave, I also heard TXG is good.
TXG is smash.
TXG has went down the safe play this year, so we're not going to do the practice memberships this winter.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, we're just trying to control traffic. We don't feel it's, responsible for our business. Practice is not our core business.
No, it was an add-on anyway, right?
Yeah, it was an add-on and something that we felt like would be a good add-on to our sort of VIP customers and our locals, but not something that we can offer right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
A little shaft question for you. One I saw, I'll mention just quickly. Those Project X IO shafts, are those coming in?
Yes, they are.
So if someone was asking about those, we don't have them yet, but we will test them.
Yeah.
John is asking about a couple of shafts. I'm assuming he's talking driver. TaylorMade event, he was fitted for a Fuji Pro 2.0 tour spec, one I like very much. Was also trying the Graphite Design XC, both in 7X. Anything else you would like for John on to sort of short list if he likes those shafts?
Oh, I mean, a little bit different those two. Fuji Pro 2.0 tour spec is a little higher balance point than the XC. I love the XC. I would say if you're trying those two, the easy one to drop into the mix for that would be Ventus Blue. 7X. That would definitely be in the mix.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries, pal. What else would we want to drop in there? What am I missing? If you like those, and I'm not sure, I mean, the problem is I'm trying to think of options for you that are in OEM carts. I mean, I could give you a list of options that would be in a custom shop, the Diamana ZF, DFs of the world, those types of things. I mean, if you are trying those ones, maybe we always give the old stock hazardous kind of, but 70 grams, 6.5 hazardous smoke might be worth a shout as well.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right. To you, if you're ready.
Cooper, right? Any chance you could do reviews on Malty products? No. The answer is to that. We're not going to do the Malty products. I've never liked Malty products ever. I don't think they look very good. I would look at them and not give them a fair shake, if I'm being honest. I think they're kind of fit for club builders, like hobbyist club builders.
Yep.
You've never really seen a player of any stature or standing, never mind ones that are being paid, like amateur and good club players. You've never really seen players use a set of Maltbys, have you?
I think that's fair.
And that's the core. We're trying to deliver like information on performance and things that obviously are good performance, also good value and things like that. I'm just not going to have too much to say about the
I just think if the demand is there, we'll see it. I know people mention it once in a while, but the reality is if people, you're right. The fit and finish of them needs work. I think he can work on that.
Definitely.
There's probably club building value, but for us, I don't think you'll be seeing it.
Sam Casey, what are the lowest spinning combos you have built? Let me give you three monsters right now. So I'll give you 3 heads, 2 shafts to throw in there. I would go Sim turned down to 6 degrees. Sim 8 degree turned down to 6. It's going to be a low spinning monster. I would go TSI 3. 7.25, so the 8 degree turned down to 7.25. and the Maverick Sub-Zero. Flip the sleeve around and go to a tour sleeve. So basically that plus 2 degrees of loft becomes minus 2 degrees of loft, and that 9 turns into 7 with the weight forward. Be a beauty. And then with the smoke green is a real beauty. And obviously Ventus Black is another one.
Spin killer, hasn't it?
Yep, beauties.
Quick one for our pal Bryce. Bryce, we are actually midway through filming a video that you will like very much, because you are looking between Sim and TSI 3 fairway woods.
Oh, that a boy.
For Bryce, playing the 825 with an Acura, pre-guesses. I wouldn't be surprised if Sim was really good for you, but I also think TSI could be equally good. We are literally mid-video. An adapter broke, and we're going to finish it after this, but coming to see us in a couple weeks. Yeah, the video will be out, Bryce, and then use that as your initial judge, and then you'll be here to test them anyway, which is ultimately what you need to do.
Exactly. Your pal Al.
Hello,
my
your
pal
Al.
Good morning, boys. Curious what your thoughts are on the power lofts offered by Ping. Picked up some i500s in standard, now wondering if I should have gone the other way. Well, one thing, I'll go back and have a little look at the video we done on the standard versus power spec versus retrospec video.
Yeah.
It was one of the most interesting ones we've done in this whole loft debate. So I don't think it would be the result you would think. Obviously, the increase in ball speed, the decrease in spin rate, and probably a fairly similar launch angle will mean that the stronger loft will actually go higher while spinning less, which will go a bit further. So it really depends what you really need from it. So yeah, give it a try as long as you do it. You know, i500s are not the softest irons in the world, so do it with a company that has a good, sturdy loft and lie machine. They know what they're up to. You actually, with that finish on the i500, you might want to tape up the hosels and not mark them as well, because you're going to have to put some considerable force on there.
Would it leave a little kind of mark on
Leaves a little ding in there, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
When will the new Calorie irons be available at TXG?
They are en route to us right now, so I mean it could be literally any day now.
Yeah. I figured. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, now we'll grab one. Difference between, this is an easy quick one. We kind of did a bit of this last week. Difference between JPX 921 Forged, which is kind of the smaller mid-range one, not the smallest, versus MP20 in feel and forgiveness. What do you think?
I would say HMB feels softer and is more forgiving, but some people might not be in love with the head shape.
Agree. Yeah, it's a bit bigger. The top line's a bit bigger.
Like and we openly have a love affair with Mizuno. We love the people there. We love their products, and in any room full of the people that I care an awful lot about, I would tell them that HMB is 25% too big.
Oh, okay. So you want to see it slim down for the next generation?
I would love to see an HMB Pro.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Do you
think there's a good chance of that?
No.
You don't think so?
No,
I didn't. SKU still?
Normally, I get that sense when you sit in those meetings, and I said it to them when I met with them. I said that I think there should be an HMB Pro, and it was like, okay, it's interesting. It wasn't like
you'll like it.
Wink, wink.
Just
so wait, wink, wink. You normally get that if that's on the way, but
I hear you.
I would love to see that one slimmed down, maybe 20% or so. I think that could be just off the charts. I mean, the feel, I love the look of it. Absolutely love the look of it. It's
even
just a hair too big.
Think they can make it progressive?
I mean, they could. I just think you look at that 4-iron, because I look at the 2-iron and often thought about maybe playing that 2-iron, and because I've got my P790.
Yes.
Then I look at my P790 and go, you're better looking.
Yeah, it's fair. It's got work, but it's definitely close. There was a quick one that just came in from your pal Joe has a 4-iron. I play with a really good player plus one handicap buddy of mine that also uses the 4-iron of the HMB, and the flight is fantastic. From our pal Rob, contest winner Rob, who we will hopefully have in soon, Corona dependent. Rob's asking about any reviews on the Callaway cavity back wedges upcoming. I will send them a message, Rob.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, asking for a friend. I'll ask Callaway. They've been very good to us recently.
They have.
I would like to test it, against CBX and stuff. Just more options for people, which is nice.
Tyler's saying, are we talking about basically what TM done with the 770 and 790?
Yeah,
exactly like that.
You're absolutely right.
Exactly. I mean, because I would say you've kind of got like 770, 790 HMB, and like that's 3 levels of progression, and I don't think that HMB belongs in a category bigger than the P790, personally.
Yeah.
But again, you know, these things it's all very well me saying this, but I don't know the manufacturing constraints there are on them making the head the way they are, and you know, with that material and getting the face to flex and perform the way that it does, like it may just have to be that size. They may have wanted to,
for now,
drawn it up to be that way, and they went, okay, let's start here. And once we figure out new ways of manufacturing, then we can get it down.
I agree.
Maybe that's what it will be. But
and as they slowly build market share, I think they've got way more products than they used to.
Yeah.
So maybe they're already thinking, oh Jesus, if I add this too, like they've got 2 drivers now that we never used to, or whatever. So
yeah. Did you see their new woods appear in the USGA list?
You sent me the list photos.
Interesting, eh?
It looks 2 drivers we've seen. 2
drivers coming. Yep. So this year there was 3, and then it will be slimmed down to 2. Yeah.
I wonder if that'll be a pattern. That's the first company I've seen do that.
Yeah.
Everybody else seems to be making more. Well, that's not true. No, Titleist does have 3 because that TSI 4 apparently is coming. Who knows
TSI 1 and 4.
Oh, 1's coming too?
Apparently.
Well, there you go. 4 drivers.
And a 5 and a 6.
Stop.
You never know.
Summer 2021. Your TSI 3 was so nice we made a 5.
People would TSI flip. 7. Okay, let's head down to the bottom here.
Well, you grab one though if you're ready.
Brief explanation on how you conduct ball testing.
Certainly.
Yeah, keep it nice and brief. We look at multiple things. We look at partial shots, wedge shots, mid-iron shots, and then we look at driver performance. Mostly looking at speed, launch, and spin, consistency. Look at obviously the averages, standard deviations between them.
Yep, that's all.
We take into consideration the feel of the golf ball, the durability of the golf ball. Does it stand up well to the test? Does it look beaten up after the end of the test? You know, when we're running through a bunch of different wedge shots, bunch of different things.
The standardization of the swing, I think, is huge for us. So basically, we try to eliminate a variable that isn't the golf ball. So if a swing is a little bit off tolerance or a strike is off tolerance, we take it out. I've started putting that in videos. I think people have appreciated it. We say it openly, but I put a little screen before a lot of the recent tests just saying, like, listen, this is how we do it kind of thing, so people are aware.
Yeah.
It's mostly so people are aware that I'm not hitting every shot in a row, except Monday's video.
I know.
The Calorie video, I hit everything in a row.
Literally everyone.
Generally, that's not the case.
Yeah, every single one.
Not the case.
Tyler's following on from that one. Roughly how many shots are you hitting with each ball? It depends, Tyler. There isn't a standard set amount of shots.
No.
We probably look for, 4 or 5 good ones.
Per club and shot.
Per club, yep. So
distance, yeah.
And if you do, Foresight has a feature now called Know Your Numbers, which is a self-serving gapping session effectively, and you can do you can basically do that, and it's looking for your best 3 out of however many you want to hit. So you basically tell it what the 3 you consider to be closest to your standard shot.
That is the process right there. Okay.
How do Toulon putters compare to Scotties in terms of feel? That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I can't honestly say that there's one is superior. Do they feel the same? Not really. They feel slightly different to me. But I don't think you could really say that one was superior to the other. I think they're both really, really nice.
Preference thing, eh? From our pal Mad Dad. I think I need to lower my loft, but slightly close face in the driver. Okay, so that's what he needs, he thinks. He's got the G400 LST at 8.5 turned down. Having some trouble losing the ball left due to the open face. Very interesting. So this is quite a complex sort of issue he's having. What do you think?
It's a true need for a fit. It's something really you can't accomplish without going for a fit, really, because you need to see what it is that's causing the shot to go to the right. Is it strike location? Is it CG? Is it, can we influence you to deliver it slightly differently? There's a lot of different things. Ultimately, what we're going to try to do is not open the head. Okay. So we're going to go to a head that has slightly flatter characteristics, because that's why you're turning the 8.5 down anyway. So let's start with those lower characteristics. Then we can actually, if anything, work back the other way. So you know.
Oh, I'm with you. So we could be a 8-degree TSI that's turned up.
Exactly.
So the face sits nicer for him, but it's not high spin.
Like, you know, even if you said like you done something like taking a Maverick Sub-Zero, put it to -1 draw, and put 6 or 7 grams of hot melt in the heel to make any strike that is from the middle to the center slightly gearing to the left.
Interesting.
That's how you could offset that.
I love that.
Yeah.
So there's hope for you, Mad Dad.
Yeah.
It may not be a one-click answer though.
Scott's asking if I've figured out a hybrid yet, or are you just going to rock the 2-iron? I've done some testing with the boys, actually with our fitters. I kind of had a little powwow with our guys and trying to figure out. My hybrid is great out the rough.
Really?
But it needs the rough. It needs the rough to take the spin off it. If I hit it from the fairway, it just does not do what I want it to do.
Can you hit it off the tee? You wouldn't though.
Nah, it just doesn't fly good off it. I just love the 2-iron off the tee.
Interesting.
I just if I hit it off the fairway, the spin goes to like 5,000.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Just the strike comes down. And
it just isn't very good. So
no,
Scott, I'm not there yet. I mean, 2-iron is it's just become the club.
You do hit that thing awfully well. Grab this one from Scott really quick.
Yeah.
And Jack, welcome Jack, and a couple other new ones I missed. Welcome. I think Scott's just asking about strong lofted hybrids, 16-degree and stronger. You've talked about how they can be good for a certain player, someone who doesn't like fairway woods, basically.
Well, generally someone who's a little shallow, a little from the inside, so has that low point a little bit too far back, so that the head is rising a little bit too much. Obviously, the longer the shaft is, the more likely we are going to have that inside and upward path, if that's your trend. So, going a little bit short on the shaft will steepen your angle of attack. So,
makes sense. So it helps your delivery in a lot of ways, doesn't it?
It'll help your delivery an awful lot without the burden of loft. So your delivery's better, but just the loft doesn't allow it to be apples for apples.
And we talked about it a bit in the video. People will see the CG location thing. So if, let's say a hybrid's at 16 and a fairway wood's at 16. Yeah. The hybrid CG location is further closer to the face, so you should deliver less dynamic loft anyway.
Exactly. Well, so if this is the face and this is the back, in the middle of the head, so the CG is there, right? That CG is very much forward. But if we flip that around, then it becomes like a fairway wood, and this is the face, and this is the back, then the CG is there. This in a very, very different position in relation to the face. So that's going to have an entirely different effect on how the ball launches relative.
But just a different way to get you the distance. If you're looking for whatever you're looking for, Scott, the fairway wood isn't doing that. It's a good option.
I just saw my boy Brian LaRoche pop in there.
Brian,
Mr. LaRoche.
Hello.
How are you, my friend? Absolutely loving seeing how you're getting on down with the new store.
Let me put Brian on the screen.
Get Brian on there.
Yeah, store looks good, doesn't it?
Looks amazing.
What part of Florida is that?
Looks amazing. Jacksonville.
I've never been to Jacksonville.
Yeah, can't wait.
Jacksonville.
It's not far from not too far from Orlando. Next time
we had a couple gentlemen from Jacksonville,
and they actually went to see Brian.
When Vince and Hal.
Yep, Vince and Hal went to see Brian at his former employer's establishment.
That's right.
So
he's now his own current employer. Ryan, hello. Thanks for joining us.
Next time I'm in Orlando, I'm 100% taking the drive up to see you. 100%.
We should play some golf. Some good golf up there, I'm sure.
Yep, the minute they allow us on a plane. That's happening.
Oh yeah, that might be the first stop. I had one ready. Come on. It was about, I may just have to say it. I remember it though, which is shocking for me. It was basically soft compression, low spinning balls. Is AVX your only choice? I was going to say, I think the new Chrome Soft regular is a choice because it was super soft. It was pretty low spin off.
It was, wasn't it?
Off everything.
Yeah.
So AVX and Chrome Soft standard, not the X, to me would be in the same conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, no, it is.
Anything else I'm missing? What else is really soft but doesn't spin? It's very specific.
Soft and I mean, obviously, Pro V1 has become,
That's true.
lower spin and
just not as low as AVX.
Yeah, I read actually last night something about they're going to flip those two golf balls over in terms of which one is the soft golf ball. Someone, which I'm not sure if it might not even happen, but
just the chatter.
Yeah, it's just the chat. It's almost like they're going to just so Pro V1 will become a firmer golf ball, Pro V1X will become softer, but it basically then just goes back to what it was. They just flip the name. Now that might be completely wrong.
I hope for their sake it is.
But these were some credible individuals who were talking about it. So
hopefully, for their sake, they don't change. People haven't understood that they've changed the first time. It took me a year to figure it out.
Daniel A is a young fellow.
Hello, Daniel.
Who doesn't need distance.
Okay.
1 second, the numbers are.
I'll put him up on the screen. For young Daniel.
Daniel, but sprays it wildly.
Daniel.
And struggles with ball strike. I'd love to know how specifically you can help that player. Any old videos to point me to? Young fellow who doesn't need distance.
So we need to hit straighter.
Yeah. I mean, it'll really come down to what it is, what's causing the wild variables. Is it face to path? Is it strike? Probably both. If you're as wild as you are kind of making out, we're trying to eliminate those variables as much as we can. Whether that's strike, face, maybe eliminate one half of the golf course and only fight, a certain portion. In this case, we may go down to something like a G410 plus 9 degree with a 44-inch shaft. I'm not a huge fan of going short with drivers, but in this case, we might want to do something like that. Lots of different ways to go about that.
Establishing better contact and face control, is that basically the
It'd be my
route
first thing is to try and get established proper contact, and really that's can be the exploration of different shafts. People want to really give credit to the shaft to vertically influence the ball flight, but the reality is it's dynamically changing the delivery of how often the sweet spot returns to the golf ball and the consistency on that.
Very true.
So I would love to see you explore some different shafts and go and see a proper club fitter, stroke builder, someone who knows the implications of both.
I also sprayed it wildly before I came here, so there's hope for everybody. Can I take this from Randy really quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Randy is asking about a hot 3-wood in a hot matching hybrid.
Sim TI and Sim hybrid.
In the hybrid too? I thought you might go elsewhere for the
hybrid.
Hybrid.
That's great hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give us one alternative if he doesn't like
in the hybridos?
In both.
On both?
Yeah, if he doesn't want those.
I mean, well, Maverick is very hot, no doubt about it. Okay. I just don't know many people who like the look of that hybrid.
That's the Maverick Pro.
Maverick Pro.
It's fair. It's a little...
Or the Maverick. Yeah, the Pro looks okay.
Pro's a little better.
But...
almost got you the Pro in your bag. That was close.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Don't love that. Hot TS3. Yeah. TS3 is a beauty.
And get a bargain and get last year's TS hybrid if you want. That's still a good hybrid, right?
Dave is spamming us with what is in Jacksonville that we talked about. Brian LaRoche is at Brian Golf. Dave, go to Instagram. You'll find Brian's sort of page on there, and you'll see a really good indication to what he does with his fit and builds. He's a Foresight user, quad user as well. Does all the fitting and building himself, which I think is a real asset. I really do. I mean, if you're working with the guy who's fitting the clubs, and then he takes that, that specific fitting. He's got the blend in mind. Can you imagine, and you don't need to imagine, a lot of you will have done this, but you go to a restaurant and you walk in and it's the chef who comes to your table and goes, Mr. Bloys, delighted to have you back in a restaurant. What can I make you this evening?
That's a good idea.
And then, you turn around and go, do you know what, tonight I would really like to try this, this, and this. And then he offers maybe a few things. Well, what if we add a little bit of these ingredients and that
or
just to bring
out... Or this might not work with that, and that's good.
And then, you really work together as a team to make the meal unbelievable. And then the chef comes back out afterwards and go, how was that? Did you enjoy it? That's what Brian does.
That's a good point. It is a very personalized experience, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's a really, really good way to do it, and it works for him. I mean, Brian is a one man, well, actually a two person. I'll give it because Mel's incredible as well. But they, as a team, are a 2-person marketing machine.
Agree.
They're phenomenal at what they do, and they're also phenomenal people. So if you're anywhere near the Jacksonville, whether you're hours either side, worth a visit. That's for sure. Yeah.
We will be visiting also, I think.
Yeah.
All right. It is Masters pre-week. I've seen a bit of Masters chatter coming in here. We can't not talk about the Masters, but we will. You know what? I shouldn't say that. You know what, guys? Let's chat more about the Masters on Monday because we still have another week.
Yeah.
So Monday, we're going to carve out a good 15 minutes in the live.
Ooh.
Let's just chat about the Masters.
Love it.
Think about that.
Oh, anytime.
Because Thursday is the first round. The next Thursday, not this Thursday.
Yeah, crazy.
Right.
Crazy. Rory is winning. That's all I want to say. Bryce is saying. Well, I would love you to be right because you know my boy T-Dubs is not winning.
So he comes out with a different game than we've seen.
No, I mean his game is.
He just needed to play more. He must be injured again. There's got to be some explanation. Just isn't playing.
Just doesn't play enough. I don't think. I think he's.
No, I totally agree with you. Sorry, I just wanted to take this before it disappears. Yeah, we will.
So just looking.
We will be doing this. It was initially Ian's idea was there's basically going to be at the TXG show. The
TXG, we're going to
that week. So we are not going to Florida in January. I don't even think it's happening. It's already been postponed as far as I know. But we will do lives. We'll do episodes. There'll be new stuff. We'll try to have people on for podcasts. So it will still be a hot week. Not to worry. Hot.
Bubba is coming for another green jacket. That's a controversial one.
I mean, who knows? The guy's won a couple. He can come out of the woodwork at any time if his putter gets hot, right? I've not tried the Srixon Ulti Soft. Didn't know that was a thing. No. Tigers in the Bahamas till Wednesday. He should have played in the tournament then, because what else he did?
Yeah, well, he was talking about going to Houston.
Was he?
Yeah, he was talking about it because he just didn't feel like his game was sharp enough, and then
it isn't.
I think part of what probably put him off was the fact there's going to be crowds.
He didn't want to risk the negative test. I've heard that a few people said that. Even on SXM this morning, they were saying Mickelson was a little concerned about the fans being there because he didn't want to test negative for.
You imagine, you go into playing well and the week before Augusta, and then you get a positive COVID test. I mean, it's going to probably happen to someone.
It's going to happen to somebody. Yeah, it is for sure, and it's just a question of how high profile they are. It's just it's going to happen.
Rob was saying he saw T-Dubs walking fairways looking pretty uncomfortable at Zozo. I think he's managing his new normal.
Yeah, his body's in rough shape.
It's exactly right. I think he's talked about that he'll just never. He's never going to feel the same way again. He's never going to feel great again.
He's going to have to really time the events. Maybe the 2021 actual Masters is the one that he'll be better for.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just a little bit of a weird. It is. What am I saying? A little weird. It's the Masters is.
I know.
6 months later or whatever it is. I mean, it's not the same. I would have liked to see it, but I'm not surprised. The guy literally didn't play all year. He just basically took a year off.
Yeah. It's funny because he's just. I think last time we chatted about him, we were saying how his putting has been not great this year, but he actually said at Zozo his putting was really good. He was really encouraged by his putting. So who knows? Like T Woods walking through the gates or taking the drive up Magnolia Lane
might instill a little.
Yeah, he's going to play better there,
totally.
Right? Because it's the Masters and it demands some different things. He doesn't look like he's hitting the ball badly.
No.
It just doesn't look like he's capable of competing at a Zozo where the Justin Thomas is going 65, 67.
Agree.
Patrick Cantley shoots 9 under in the close. Tiger doesn't do that stuff anymore.
He's not putting the ball in the hole right now.
No, he just doesn't do that stuff.
No. But Tiger, we would love nothing more than for you to prove us incorrect.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's take a few more. What do we like?
Joe talking about Freddie Funk. They're making.
I know that's what I said this morning.
Making 238.4 off the tee and making the cut.
240. I mean, good for him. Honestly, it's ridiculous. You were talking about that.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about it as you stood with a fairwood in your hand.
We were just like chipping
half swinging it, and it was going 245.
I know. Well, imagine. I mean, maybe I think he is swinging harder by his effort level, but just shows you. Obviously, you get the ball in the hole.
Yeah. Tate has a great question. Ian, at the same loft, are your mirrors longer than your T100s because of the heavier heads?
Interesting question.
Yeah, I would say that at the time when I was testing them head to head, I saw that. I saw a little bit more ball speed off of the Muirs because of the head weights. But again, different people react differently to head weights. Some better, some worse. And for me, it was a benefit. Scott, our man who knows more about Augusta National than anyone else on this live, I can promise you that. Scott said you can hit it anywhere at Augusta off the tee.
It's the rest of the game that will
matter.
The
funny thing is with Tiger, though, I don't even think that's his issue anymore.
What do you think it is? I'm curious.
I think it's just not being good enough.
Just
it's everything.
At everything.
It's everything.
Little bits everything.
It's those marginal gains, that you need to be on, and you just need to be really, really good. The thing that offsets him is around Augusta, in those small little pockets where you need a ball to hit a shelf and feed in or this and that. Yeah. His precision with those irons is unparalleled.
The local knowledge effect, basically, right?
Definitely. The way he flights his golf ball into these into different shelves and stuff.
It is quite amazing. It's
true. So I think that's the biggest thing for Tiger. I mean, here's the thing. It just literally popped into my head right now. That 2020 Bridgestone golf ball is a very different golf ball from the 2019 Bridgestone golf ball. I wonder if he's had any struggles with his golf ball.
Did he for sure switch to the new one?
He talked about it at the Farmers when he played there, and I saw him. He said he's able to flight his golf ball better through the wind than the old one. That's because it spins less, a lot less.
A lot less.
It's not even remotely the same golf ball.
So you think maybe he's sacrificing some of his style of precision?
It may be. It may be that he has done that, and I don't know how much launch monitor testing. I know he's a very visual tester, and he likes to see it fly through different windows. But
interesting, eh?
I wonder if the ball is just doing some slightly subtly different things.
That'd be plenty to throw someone off.
Yeah,
plenty.
Who knows?
Plenty. Well, we'll see. This is quick from Henrik here. Saying that the Callaway Apex MB is the first blade that also comes with you can order a gap wedge. I don't know how true that is or not, but it is interesting. So basically he's asking, in a blade, what do you think about getting the gap wedge? That's the blade.
I think it's great. I think I
would do it personally.
Do you? Yeah.
I think I would do it.
Yeah.
For right now?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I would. If you said you're playing blades, pick your blade, and they had a gap wedge, I would definitely order it. Can't say for sure if I would end up with it, but I would play many rounds of golf and try to decide.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why you couldn't chip with my pitching wedge. It's not even a blade.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why you can't still hit bump and runs. But just like that shot that's 120 to 125 yards, seeing an iron there, I don't know, might be nice.
I know.
It is interesting. I thought that whole thing was going away, but now it's almost like the set wedge is a little more interesting to people. It seemed like it was to the point where people are like, no, I don't even have a set pitching wedge. I play with tons of guys who got like the blade pitching wedge, and a few of them just hate it.
Well, the thing is,
the pitching wedge, it's specialty.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Tons of guys told me that.
The perfect software to tell you what you need to do is Arcos.
Yeah, good point.
If you look at your Arcos, at a certain point and go, how many full shots are you hitting, how many partials, how many chip shots are you hitting with it? Arcos can tell you what you need to do.
And it would also tell you your consistency level. Yeah. If you're not hitting any greens, then by all means, try something else. Try a different style.
Definitely.
Would you stick with specialty forever, or are you flexible on that? If Miura made a really nice A wedge with TC201 on it, I feel like you'd no, you wouldn't.
Nah.
Really? You wouldn't even test it?
No, I don't think so. I think I would stick to my
Fair enough.
my Vokey. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, those Vokeys, I mean, I don't know if I would change those Vokeys in the next
you do have the best
3 years.
No, you'll just get
4 years.
You'll just get fresh grooves, basically.
Yeah, I
think you'll have Aaron make the same ones
Probably,
next year. You played more, which is good. I think you'll wear them out by the spring, and you'll just want to refresh.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's take two more of your favorites, and then we're going to get back to...
What else have we got?
I say get back to work, but back to the rest of the day.
I know.
One thing I saw was a ton of people talking about... go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just laughing at Jiggy. I can't hit my driver, but love how I flight my 3-wood. Can I get a 9-degree 3-wood?
Ceases to be a 3-wood.
Back to, I don't know if you saw the part of the Q&A earlier where we chatted about CG location. I mean, you take a 12-degree 460cc driver, it will go that way. You take a 12-degree 3-wood with the weight forward, it will go that way. Not all 12 degrees are created equal, right?
Not even close.
Not even remotely close.
No.
So that's just how CG affects, static loft, dynamic loft.
For that person, the fairway wood suits them for a reason. The last thing you should do is try to make it more like a driver.
Definitely. I mean, go to something like a Sim titanium 14-degree rocket and turn that down to 12 degrees and put on a nice little, something fairly sturdy in there, little Ventus 7X or something in there, that type of thing.
It's a tasty combo, isn't it?
Beautiful, beautiful. Big shout out, TaylorMade just partnered with Arcos.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Cool Clubs too.
Cool Clubs just did as well. I mean, it's happening.
They were going to partner. They should, I think, partner with as many companies as possible. It's only better for everyone else. All you guys if they do.
Little side note on the merch.
Some orders went in. That's right.
So we've got some orders. Yeah, we've got some merch coming for the Christmas period, the festive period.
I will get the masks up this, or not the masks.
We'll get the old snoods
the Gators.
Up. Gators this
week. I think that's what most people in the States call it. The Gators will get up this week. That was my bad. But orders have been placed for, we'll tell people, new head covers.
Mm-hmm. New logo.
New logos on it. I will tease, the supplier is the same supplier that makes a variety of really nice head covers. If people follow the Buck Club, which is I think Zach Blair's affiliated with, tour player.
What's it called?
The Buck Club. It's a private
Buck Club, never heard of that.
The Buck stops here. They do TaylorMade's custom tour head covers for Spider. So if you've ever seen those really cool Spider limited edition head covers, same company.
Nice. They're really nice.
They are that's what attracted me to it. So orders have been placed for those. There's going to be driver.
Dave, that's what I thought he said.
What do you say? The F Club.
No.
The Butt Club.
The Butt Club. What did you say?
The Butt Club. I'm sure there's a place called the Butt Club, but they probably don't want golf head covers. Butt Plug. No, it's not that either. Metal work from PRG is coming. Bag tags, CNC divot tool thing, which people saw last time, but new logo and a new logo ball marker. The hell else did I order? I texted you something else. Is that the doorman?
No, I think. Well,
I need you.
Let me one sec.
I will mention. I'll talk about merch while you're gone. There's one more thing. Allow me to fill you in.
Me?
The last thing I ordered was vessel bags. How could I forget that?
Oh.
So there are black
camo
vessel bags are coming. You can just go on their website and look. They're stand bags. There's also a navy TXG vessel bag coming. Those things are all incoming. I'm hoping some of them make it before Christmas. I don't know. And I'm still working on a hat thing. I would say probably not before Christmas, but it's happening. It is happening.
Yep.
Yeah, new logo on a hat, Andrew. It's coming. But
beautiful.
It is coming.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Are they legit? Yes.
Honestly, that vessel bag
so nice.
is the best stand bag in the market. Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close.
And you'll pay for it. They're expensive.
Yeah.
But
truthfully, I mean,
they are as good as it gets.
That I use the black one. It is unbelievable.
So nice.
It is unbelievable.
And so it's the same as the one you have, but it's camo. No, you have a black camo one. No, you don't.
I just have the all black one.
But you have a blank sample of the camo we've seen. We just didn't have a TXG one. Remember Brian brought that one in?
Yeah.
So.
And that was the one that really interested me. And I was worried because we had the OGO bags that were TXG logoed before, and I loved those. I thought they were nice size and stuff like that. Honestly, though, this vessel bag is elite.
It is. It's a different world. To me, it feels like it's the level of quality. And again, they're priced that way, but they're very, very, very nice. They'll last you a long time. That's the thing. Like, get the black one, for example, I think, and the navy will be very durable. Keep it for 10 years.
I know.
Why wouldn't you?
No,
especially if you carry and you take nice care of your stuff.
Yeah.
10 years easily.
Yeah. Interesting. Scott saying he doesn't love to carry the vessel bag. I absolutely love that. I played all summer carrying my vessel bag.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Personal preference.
Maybe, must be.
Maybe Scott throws it on a little buggy or something.
Black camo, Jeff. Black camo, my man.
Camo.
With the new TXG logo.
Yes. Sorry, did he say black chrome? No.
Where's that? I was looking at that one.
I saw black chrome below. I'm like, no, it's not chrome.
No, black camo.
It's over. Take my money. Yeah, it is over, and we will.
Yes. Yeah.
Quite happy.
Beautiful.
Take one more, then we'll go.
Okay.
It's been a good live.
Are any of the shafts on the wall tipped? No, we don't tip them beyond. Well, they are tipped. They're all tipped 3/4 of an inch, because that's the standard tipping recommendation from Club Connects to match the insertion depth of their little sleeve. Right. But nothing standard. We always keep a little selection. I keep a little selection of shafts in my office of just different ones that have, you know, unique kind of tipping, or they're maybe shorter or something like that. I always keep a little stash of just go-tos.
For those types of variables? Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to help Zach because Zach's asked me a bunch of times what pants I'm wearing. Zach, these are from Lululemon men's ABC pant. I have them in every color. I will be wearing Galvin pants and clothes starting pretty soon, though.
There we
Any
are.
week now. A Celtic green TXG bag. I think Ian says I can pretty much promise you that won't occur. I want to make some at some point next spring. It wasn't good for this year, but spring I want to make some Masters, special edition Masters TXG head covers, and even that is going to be a stretch. I know you'll sign off on it eventually.
I'll just let you do your thing.
Because you like the Masters.
And you don't even need to.
I won't.
Yeah, you don't even need to bring it to me, because you guys will like it, just I won't.
Because it's green.
TXG merch sale for Black Friday. You are on the money. Yes, we have some of the old logoed stuff that will go on there.
Sale, would be nice.
We will, guys. Obviously, this holiday season, as it's called in North America, the Christmas season is going to be very much a digital experience versus the shopping experience versus what we normally expect it to be. So we will obviously be trying to make sure that we give you guys the opportunity to buy gifts, gift cards, gift for loved ones. Even if you want to tell your loved ones, listen, just buy me this. We'll be putting that stuff on there in the next couple of weeks. Bryce, yep, TXG. So we'll have some TXG casual wear coming in. T-shirts, hoodies, all that sort of stuff. So
we're gonna get as much of it as possible pre-Christmas. We'll have some stuff for Black Friday, mostly older stuff, not older, but previous generation, and
definitely
we're gonna do our best.
How many pockets in the bag? So large pocket down the side and a smaller one, and then the valuables pocket, which is lined.
There's a magnetic,
There's a magnetic one, which is great, and then the ball pocket, and then the one on the side. So what does that leave with? Was that 6?
I was gonna say,
6 or 7. I think on one side there's definitely 6.
Yeah. Many for all of your things.
Yeah. Exactly.
All of your things. All right.
Awesome.
Someone can please answer Cooper. All right, we're gonna find Cooper. Cooper is asking for the final question of the day. Ready? Cooper's playing Modus 125s and his mirror is CBs, plus 1.5 inches, 3 degrees upright. Okay.
Wow.
6-iron swing speed is tour average. He's a tall lad.
6'6".
Shafts are feeling a little soft and I'm launching it too high. Okay. What do you think? Seems like 2 different issues here, but.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we've got heavy heads, long shafts, and a fast swing speed. All those things are, the heavier heads and the long shafts are making the shaft play soft. Yep. So that's a build issue. CB57s have lots of loft. That's a loft issue. So that's guys, this is the perfect example of why you need to go and see a club fitter who really understands the implications of the build when they're doing the fit. You have to understand, for someone like Cooper, that if you're going to build something that long, it's going to have to be dynamically a functional fit.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah.
So you might, because of those things, you might have to start with, you might have to go something like MP20 MMC. You might have to go something like Modus 120X, even TX, so that you kind of get the weight in a similar 126 grams. Much stiffer tip section, obviously playing it over length, all those sorts of things, throw the right ball in there, you're going to have a much, much better combo right off the bat. Actually, just build yourself a set of those. That'd be world class.
I was going to say, that sounds about right, yeah. Well, it's just a little off in a million different ways, and they've compounded into being not quite right for you.
Yeah, Cooper's saying the sad part is this was built by what people told me was a reputable fitter. I mean, it's part of the, my biggest pet peeve in our industry is the whole designation of a master fitter.
Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, go for it.
It's utter bullshit.
It's crap, yeah.
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
master fitters, you know, places that do not deserve that you know, that name.
Would you like to see it standardized to some degree by some organization? I don't know who it would be. It's a bit tough. You'd have to find an organization that's free of affiliations.
I know. I mean, just do away with it. I mean, you know, if you're a master at something, you've dedicated your life to it. You've became a real, you know, just a one-off individual. I don't think in no industry do masters get handed out. It gets earned by a few select people.
Process, yeah, and you have to. I mean, there's even within the PGA ranks. You know, there's a master professional. You have to provide. It's like getting a PhD. You have to do like a thesis and stuff.
And Sean, no, I don't mean the master fitters at Golf Town at all. I'm not singling Golf Town out. I'm not singled, but
it's the use of the word.
It's just the use of the word. There are people online who have fit less than 2 weeks in their life, and you know they have a master certification. It's utter nonsense. Like for me, if you're Bob Vokey, you are a master wedge craftsman. Right. You're a master. You've dedicated your life to figuring out what's better about wedges than other wedges.
No, that's totally true.
You deserve to have that designation at that point. Other than that, then just you know, a certified club fitter, you know, whatever. But be mindful of when you call yourself a master, what you're trying to live up to.
I agree with that.
Right.
That's good general advice, isn't
it?
Yeah. In any competition.
Anything.
any sort of. Like, we'll go back to cooking. It's true.
Definitely.
Like, am I a master chef? Like, I don't know. Are you?
You know, poor Cooper's went through an experience there where he's paid a lot of money for high quality products that clearly doesn't sound like they were any good for him, you know, whatsoever.
No. It cost him a lot of money.
But it's just something that just really, really bugs me. And if you have that next to your name, regardless of who you work for, question it, because it deserves to be questioned.
I agree. Yeah. Let the people tell you who's a master, right?
Definitely.
Okay. Well, I think we had a good little live.
That was a good little live.
Busy.
How long have we been on?
Love it.
Did it say how long we've been on?
We've been on just over an hour, no? Yeah, 101.
101.
That's why the spider senses were tingling.
101. It really does.
Yeah, you feel it.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like enough, and now it does. Okay. So, video every day after today.
Yeah. Light week last week, guys, and for those of you who didn't see why it was a light week, it was we had a technical issue with our display capture software.
That's correct.
Yep. Sometimes Foresight does this really annoying thing where it opens two windows and
puts them on the wrong screen.
Yeah, puts them on the wrong screen. So I'm
pretty sure it's not going to happen again.
Yeah. Yeah,
we're pretty sure.
I mean, and in these things from time to time, we can probably say we're coming up for, I think we're 695 videos, our next 6 videos, 700 videos in, and we can say less than a handful of times have we ever experienced issues where it eats into our content.
It had to go. Yeah, we couldn't. It's so rare. You're right. Yeah. So hopefully that's out of our system for the longest of times.
Definitely. We have a ton of product. Look, if you get some of those MIM irons there, you grab a couple of them. We've got some shafts.
There's some here, buddy. There you go. Yeah, bring those new hazardous in. See what people think of those.
We got some new shafts.
Hello.
These beauties. So we've got a full set 3-2 wedge.
Handsome. This is quite interesting. So
look at
RDX smoke.
Yeah. So this is a
color for you.
New version. I mean, that could just get into my bag today.
It really could.
That could very well.
On aesthetics.
It really could. It's a little 70 TX for you, little 60 TX for me. So build these up. Auto Flex will return. I saw a lot of
people were disappointed I never said anything about it.
Yeah, I know they really were. Lots of people were like, Auto Flex update.
I know.
So yeah, we're planning already. We were actually chatting this morning about a fit video where we fit Malty to Auto Flex. In order to do that, we are going to request some lighter head weights for Malty. So
yeah, well, I wouldn't call them. adjustable. They're just like the weight that Titleist can put in.
Yeah.
So I have requested the heavier version because I'm expecting to put a slightly counterbalanced shaft in.
Yeah.
But they have 4-degree increments, so we can mess around with those.
We can. We
Just
can
have to
take
get-
that head weight
just
down
have
a
to
little
get the
bit.
kid in.
So, no, tons and tons. What else do we have? Oh,
the rest of
yeah.
today?
Well, we had a box arrive this morning that we're still not allowed to talk about.
Yes, that's right. So that won't.
Embargoed.
We'll just tell you that you won't
Embargoed.
see it. But there's a G box that you may see. The George Gankus G box
yeah.
is a box you may see.
Yeah.
Haywood Irons giveaway. I will announce it tomorrow and email the lucky winner. Just didn't do it.
Dave Fogel is saying, what about fit E into Autoflex? I have tried Autoflex. I would say it definitely it made me a little bit quicker. I would say I was 5 miles an hour quicker on ball speed. But it wasn't, I was actually equally as long with a heavier long shaft, if that makes sense.
That's why we need to still do this again.
Autoflex for me never gave me the wow factor that kind of you got with it. When you hit it, it was like, wow, this is crazy.
A few people were mentioning, do you think Autoflex might be more of an accuracy thing than distance? And I'm starting to believe that yes, because I do think I'd be able to get the ball speed from one of these 46-inch builds that you've put together.
Yeah.
But the accuracy thing was still quite interesting. So I think I've said it a million times, I think we just need to keep testing it.
I really want to test a slower swing speed with Autoflex. I think that's something that really to see what Autoflex, because
does it let you swing faster?
The reality is, you and I mean, everyone could do with more distance, but does it change your game playing at the level where you play at your club? Does distance really change the way you play your golf
10
course?
or 15 more yards for me off the tee is not going to change.
It's not going to change your life,
no.
Right?
It's not going to change most golf courses.
Yeah. And if we give it to someone who's at 92 to 95 miles an hour, and they're all of a sudden start hitting 100 miles an hour club head speed, and their ball speed goes into the mid 140s, yeah, that's going to change life for them.
Because it could be at least a club into the green. Maybe they can carry a bunker. They don't have to lay up a certain time that they used to.
Yep.
I mean, I see it with guys that I play with that an extra 10 yards would change their
No,
game.
I mean, Dave, I knew someone was going to tell that to Bryson, guys. That's not the same thing. It's Bryson's playing on the PGA Tour, on golf courses that long. Matt plays, how long's your golf course?
6750.
Yeah. I mean, it really...
I play most of my golf under 7,000. Who the hell wants to play with me at 7,000 yards?
What changed? No one. What one club changed your kind of ability to keep your score really level this year? Your driving iron.
Oh, the driving iron.
When
at
you put
my
that
course,
driving iron in,
100%.
your scores.
Say I probably shaved at least a
fluctuation.
couple shots around, which
Definitely.
is enormous.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's not.
No, you're right. It's not just distance.
It's not just distance.
That was a consistency and an accuracy thing.
Definitely.
Very true.
So,
it's a dimension. It's a dimension. It's not the only dimension.
100%. What did I see there? Dave Mack volunteering to beat 92. Well, so what we want to do is, and this is always our bugbear, guys, not a bugbear, but this is always our concern with testing people at slower swing speeds. Generally, the people we've had testing at slower swing speed, they come at a bit of a sort of higher handicap, and
it's just the way it is.
And it's just a little bit more difficult. The person that I've kind of got lined up to do this test is iron by iron-esque.
Right, but just at that speed.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
Just because we need to know what the shaft is doing on its own.
So I think when it comes down to it, she will be a phenomenal tester for us at times. To have somebody who's as easy to test with and can repeat to the point where we can extract the variables and start moving things around a little bit. She will be a perfect tester for us.
Totally agree.
So it'll be good.
Lovely.
Okay, guys, going to love you and leave you. This has been awesome. Yeah, I really enjoyed these. I know I didn't see too many answers on the super chat versus no super chat. I didn't. Maybe you guys don't really care, but
no, people said they preferred without it.
Right.
When I saw it.
Yeah, I saw some things with maybe some people said we can't kind of limit it to 10 or it either is or isn't.
Yes. On or off.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
For now, I always say for now because YouTube changes features, but we'll keep it off for now.
And I think it has to be that way. If you guys like it Where it's less, it has to be off versus on.
True, because there is no option.
Yeah, because you guys see it. You guys know it by now. It's flooded. It floods. People really want they'll ask their question, go, oh, well, I'll just pay for it, and then I'll get it answered. And that's just the nature of it.
And then we feel like we have to get it because we feel bad.
Yes.
All right, and on that note.
Christmas shopping soon. Phil Davis, anything in the shop to keep an eye for? Lots.
Yeah, keep
lots
an eye.
And lots.
Watch our Instagram and watch us, and you will not miss what's coming.
It'll be fun.
Okay.
Okay, guys, have a great week. We'll see you next Monday.
Yes, we will.